Welcome to Kepperis Garage. So I guess we should start by checking if there's some oil in it. I don't actually know if there should be engine oil in there or not. For me this looks like some kind of an oil plug, and there's one at the bottom of the engine, so I'm gonna get some sort of container if there happens to be something inside there. Yeah, I know. Don't laugh at me. I am amateur. So let's see. Maybe I'll start by opening this bolt up here, and now there is the carburetor clip in the way. So that's the holder for the air filter, and there is the air filter. This might be something else, but you never know. Well, of course you know if you do know, but it looks like oil plug because of the shape of the bulb. And I can see it's oily inside there. So I'm pretty sure it needs to have oil. I don't know. It's possible to learn things by doing. And doing is what we are going to be doing. Let's put that back in, and I will take off the bottom bolt and see what comes out of there, if anything. But this also looks like oil plug because it's having the washer like you think it would be having. Is this magnetic? Nope. I was thinking if that's some sort of catcher for the stuff. Someone is probably yelling that please read the fucking manual, but I want to learn by doing. That was empty. Let's put it back. Is there something else? There's the one thing there, so should I try that also? Let's go and do it. I guess this is the gearbox side. One thing could be that the oil is lubricating the gearbox and two-stroke gas is used to lubricate the other sides of the things. There's nothing there too. It's dry like your mouth after the crazy party night out. Okay, so we are good to go with the surgery. By the way, shout out to the Kyllikki Brewing guys. I'm enjoying my Brazilian mullet. If you don't know about the Brazilian mullet, you probably even don't want to Google that one out. So let's dig in. The side cover has been painted, I can see. It's not broken. There is some cracks going on. I guess that actually might belong there. Then we have the fan. So this type of engine is fan cooled. So it's air cooled, but the cylinder is pretty much hiding below the fan casing, and the engine is turning this fan wheel around there, and the air is directed to the fins of the cylinder. And looks like the fan fins are alright. Then there is the... I thought that this would be some sort of outlet for the electric cables, but it's actually the gear shifter, I believe. When this is turned, this will pull out the gear changer axle from there, and that's only what I think it might do. Good to see that the stuff is there. It's held down by the cover of this, but we were missing the one screw up here, so that's why it doesn't sit well. Even though if I add this there. What's wrong with it? Was there any bolt up here? Nope, there is something lagging here. It's probably the... Yeah, is it the Kickstarter? So this episode is basically about seeing what's there and what's not. But the slot I mentioned earlier up here in the casing looks like to be a good match for the Kickstarter. So there's that one. I'm pretty sure it needs to be pointing towards the case down there. Because now when it's like rounded, the casing doesn't fit in. Let's see if it works with this. Oh! Clunk! You heard? That's the sound of success! Gently. And we can see that it fits just perfectly. No gap there. Should be alright by grabbing here and lifting it out. Yes, it's also coming out from there, so that's that. Now we actually can try this. So I guess I got some sort of gear in when we are turning the engine. The gear is moving. Ouch! That was my finger. I guess this gear is number 3. Then we have number 2. Then we have the neutral. And should there be number 1 in there? Yeah! Woohoo! We have 3 gears. Great. Gearbox works. So let's go and do what next? Let's take off the Kickstarter. Need to see if this is original or not. At least we are going to need the rubber for this. That's there. I guess I need to take off the fan if I want to open the next layer of the case. Is it easier said than done? Penetrate my hardware. Wow, what's that leathery looking part? That's awesome. Is it some sort of old gasket stuff? Oh, there is the Magneto underneath there, I assume. Yeah, this is probably just filtering the stuff out from the Magneto. There's the electric stuff. So there's the points hiding underneath there. There's the coil. That's probably for the lights. There should be the coil for the spark plug too, but I only have 2 wires coming out from the engine, so I guess I'm missing some. No, actually. Is it there lurking? Just managed to find probably the hiding one. And of course it's only a little bit too short for the spark plug. I thought that I might renew the whole ignition, so let's see. But there's all the cables though. I don't have the Magneto puller, so I'm gonna take off the blower case and then make the decision about renewing the electricity or not. That one did came loose, but the other one is super tight. Should I try the impact too? So it's this kind of thing. When you hit here, this will turn. So you can get the pressure down through the bolt you are trying to unscrew. Most of the time it's just enough to show this device to the cranky part, but now let's try to gently do it. I don't want to crack the whole thing, so same time when I bang here I want to turn this in the way that it opens. Would be nice if this doesn't move. The whole momentum is going away. That's happening. Oh, worked. Good stuff, good stuff. So what next? This should come up. But the Suzuki's engine stand is not working so fine with this engine. Just a tad too big for it. Out goes that one. Should it be coming out from there or not? Actually, I do not know. It looks like it should come out from there, but just wondering if that slotted thing is supposed to be taken off first. Like this one. Should I try to carefully tap it? Yep. That's the case. It's the gear shifter thing. Not sure if it should have some sort of rubber. Oh no, it's the slot for the shaft thingy. We continue. And now it's coming out much easier. Alright. So this is the blower case, and that is the part we are missing. I'm gonna renew both of the sprockets because I have also new chain. So here we have 1, 13, and the rear sprocket was 27 tooth. So might not go further down in this point. Everything looks fairly good. That's nice, but at the same time it's like useless because I don't have the spark plug cable. Actually, could I try to... I might be able to turn the engine and see if it gives spark. Let's do that. So we have the baby spark plug cable there, and we just need to have some sort of machine to work with the engine. We will turn the engine with the drill. Even though I'm going to replace the electronical stuff there, I guess it's fun to see if there is spark. Let's have a little less light here. So if I go like this, you can see the spark, yes. The spark is absolutely beautiful. Now I'm also thinking that why should I do any changes down there if it's working. It's sparking like the Raiden's hand. You know, the Mortal Kombat guy with the thunder stuff. Alright, so small update for the plans. I have to change the spark plug cable. I bet it's much cheaper than the insides of the Magneto, and I actually have seen the price, and it's something between 80 and 100 euros, so it's fairly expensive. And as I'm gonna repeat myself, it still looks fairly good. So let's see next what's underneath the other side. Probably the previous doctor didn't put any oil in there. These are all the same size, so should be fairly easy to remember. Ready? There is oil side. Great, great. Well, the gaskets looks pretty old. So I assume that there has no been doctors inside here. So is this lever controlling the clutch, or what's this? What is this? It feels like it should be doing something. Does the clutch feel a little bit stuck? What to do? Let's see. Gently knocking won't hurt anybody. I can see it's twisting this a little bit, so I guess this is stuck somehow. I don't wanna force it anymore, so just wondering how should one open this thing. So as far as I understand, there is these triangle bits are holding down the clutch. If I take those off, I might be able to take off the clutch. So just by pressing here, right? Am I gonna snap my finger somewhere? Oh, let's see. Yeah, I guess it's just a lock nut for the adjustment, so no luck with this one, I'm pretty sure. There is actually, now it's moving. Yeah, so that's the problem. Now we can see there is stuff moving down there. And there's the axle which should be pushing out the clutch. It just basically means that the clutch discs are stuck together and we need to take those apart and clean them or probably renew them. Gonna check online how expensive those are. New day, new tricks. I read some instructions online how to disassemble the clutch, and you should have the tool which will press down the springs for the clutch and then you can take off the clips, but there has been some MacGyvers around and they said that you can press this down with just some another thing to press it with. Let's go and see. The place I want to be pressing is this area, so it will press down the place where I need to get the clips off. What kind of compressing things I'm having? Then there is this one. Is this good enough? I guess this might do it. Just hope that it's strong enough. Oh well, it's strong enough if I can turn it. So I need to be strong enough. And the other side we will use this construction thingy for the foundations here. So we will mount it against the case like this, so it's hopefully not doing any harm there. So the clutch pressing blade is now free to come out. We need to take the tension out carefully so it doesn't spring out there without any kind of control. Now we run out of the threads in the compression system, so we might have something flying now. Let's just put this there. It will probably kill the most of the flying power. Right? I'm already concerned about how to put this back in, but let's worry that a little bit later. So there's cups here, spring. This is from there, yep. Okay, so not a rocket science there. Let's collect the springs. Now let's dig into the clutch discs and see what's holding them back. So this is the pressure plate. I can see a little bit of rust there, so that's probably indicator for some stickiness. Alright, so then we need to see about the actual clutch discs. Yeah, so that's the package there. Pretty sure these should be like easily separated. Spacer disc. Space invader in the air. That's there. I know that a couple of these brand new clutch discs cost 10 euros. It's actually on sale currently, so I will switch the clutch discs because they are now out from there and it's good idea to replace them now. Let's see about this head and the cylinder. That was loose. One was super tight and the other ones were pretty loose. Ready? Something's there. Wood. They always force me to have these McDonald's cups, even though I'm ordering the juice which comes in the bottle. But we can have like good cup for the parts. So should I take off the carburetor and then proceed into the cylinder? I am not sure about the carburetor just yet, if I'm gonna use this old one or am I gonna buy a completely new one, because there is the replacement carburetor for this engine and it's 50 euros. I might save some time and buy the complete carburetor. Of course this is still probably usable, but we need to see about that. I am not creating only the display piece out of this scooter, so I want it to be fully rideable and also reliable on the road. Alright, so the carb comes out like this. Wow, that's funny. There's the freaky place for the carburetor. Yep, and here's the carburetor itself. It's looking alright. I can see the slide in there. Need to see if it moves. Can I have this there? The slide is moving barely, so we can salvage that. There is some good looking parts. There's the one gasket over here. It feels a little bit too hard, so it probably needs to be replaced. But otherwise I guess it looks fairly good. I think I'm gonna try to go with this old one. It's always nice to have the original stuff there, not always buy the new one and replace the old stuff. But let's dig into this a little bit further down on the road. So let's take off the cylinder next. Something I'm not seeing here. Probably a couple of lava taps. underneath there. Alright, now it works. You only need to show your strength to it. Out of there. Like so. And here's the cylinder. All the fins are there, no broken ones. And the cylinder walls looks fairly great. Shiny, shiny. We need new gasket for this, and I need to see if I order new piston rings. So here is the head. It looks fairly good. The combustion area is smooth and the contact surfaces are feeling good too. I'm not sure if there should be gasket between the head and the cylinder in this engine. There wasn't any, so I just wondered. All the fins are there, no broken ones. I'm gonna clean this up and paint it along with the other engine parts. So the piston looks pretty good. I don't actually have no idea how to judge anything based on the visuals here, but in common sense you would think that the piston rings would go thinner when they are wearing down. One thing I'm interested is if there's any play here, up and down. I can't feel any play there. Sideways it's small, it's basically normal, but up and down you shouldn't have any. Feeling pretty confident that we don't need to take off the blocks at all. It looks so good up here that I guess that we don't actually need to go any further down. Actually, there was something I found out from the box, and it was of course this. I'm not sure where it will be attached underneath there, but could it be long enough to have it up where it belongs to? Let's see. It will come up from the blower case, like from here. Something like this. So the head would be around there. That's the height. I guess we might have the cable for the spark plug. And that's probably why it was on the parts box in the first place. Alright folks, I guess that's enough tinkering for one episode, and as we noticed, now I need to do some online shopping for parts, and whenever those arrive I will continue this journey by replacing some missing stuff. Or I can't replace something what is missing, but I'm gonna replace the things I need to replace, like gaskets and stuff like that, piston rings and those things, and install the missing parts too. So thanks again for being interested in this stuff, and subscribe, hit like, and go to hike. Catch you later.